Okay, welcome to video 2 in the Lego series, or the block 2 for the angle block. And first thing you want to do is make sure you have your options on millimeters. So I'm going to go to units, millimeters, we're good to go. And I'm going to go pretty fast in the initial setup of this video because a lot of it is not new. So I'm going to draw a 16 by 16 millimeter block. So I'm going to throw some dimensions up here. Actually, I'm going to Control Z and I'm going to delete this block. I want to show you a different method. I'm going to zoom in and just go to the rectangle, and I'm going to look at the counter. I'm going to go by what the counter is telling me. When I get to 16 by 16, I'm going to stop. It's actually a quicker method, so I'm going to zoom in on that. I'm going to extrude it up 10 millimeters. There we go, bada bing. And then the easiest way to take that corner out is going to be a chamfer. So I'm going to pick edges, go down here and pick chamfer. I told you I was going to go pretty quick. You're going to do an unequal setback. Unequal setback. Your top one is going to go back 8 millimeters. So that's going to be the midpoint. And then this bottom one is going to go down 9. It's going to leave a millimeter left for the little tiny lip that you see. 9 right there. Then we hit OK. That'll take out that front corner. I'm going to pause and put the dots on, and we'll come back because you've seen how to do the dots. Okay, and we're back. And just in case you need a refresher on the dots, I did 2 construction lines on an angle to the midpoint, and then just threw up the 5 millimeter circles. Okay, so now let's tackle the bottom. I think the easiest way to do this is to apply a shell from the bottom up. And it's different than what I told you beforehand. And I'll show you some advantages. So you put a shell on, offset's going to be a millimeter. Then we're going to hit OK. Let's just do a quick preview, see if we're good. It looks good. And that would be very similar to what you see in a factory because it's just a plastic mold. And you do see the dots in the bottom of a Lego. So far so good. What about the 2 cylinders, or in this case the 1 cylinder on the bottom? What do? I'm going to select this face down here, and I'm going to put a new sketch on it. New sketch, Shift W, and I'm going to throw a circle on here. I don't really have a good point. There's the midpoint. It does come off there, and it's 6. Well, it's 5, and then I know the other one is 6. So that's snapping to the corner here, that corner line. That's where this circle was snapping to. And then I'm just going to extrude it up the 9 millimeters that it is, 9, and hit OK. But you have this little lip here that's not very pretty. Not very pretty. So I'm going to stop this video here, and then we'll come back in the second video and show you how to take care of that. Or not. I have a minute left. We're going to do it here in this video. So to take care of this little cylinder that pops up through the face, the angled face, what we're going to do is grab this face and put a new sketch on it. And this is kind of a reverse thinking, if you will. I'm going to create a profile that's going to go through like midair, and it's going to take out everything that I don't want to be there. So I'm going to draw a line along this angle, so I want that to be snapped to that, and I'm going to go straight out here, and I'm going to go straight up here, and they're going to touch. I'll trim off the excess on this side, and it should highlight. Now we're going to use this profile as basically like a wipe. We're going to send it across and tell it to subtract everything we don't want. In fact, it's easier to do a projection. So I'll do project profile, subtract material, we're going to go below the work plane, so everything to the left, and we'll hit OK, and it'll just take everything out. Bam. We still have the cylinder intact on the bottom, we still have the shell intact, and we have a complete angle Lego block. Good job.